The Seldoms are a dance theater company.
It's an artist-led organization, a band of primarily dancers.
It's about LBJ. Couldn't figure out how one would do a dance piece about LBJ, but eventually started seeing some material and got roped into it.
Power Goes is a performance piece. It's a rich, theatrical, multimedia experience.
The title Power Goes comes from a quote of Johnson's. He would often say, "Power is where power goes."
Power is something that all of us love and desire and need. It's also the thing that we're all afraid of. And we're just using LBJ and his presidency as kind of the place to start this conversation. It's about how one wields power and uses power in order to make something change.
In Power Goes, you're seeing a lot of one-on-one interaction, a lot of duetting.
Dance, it's movement-based and it's so emotional, exploring power in both its verbal and physical and interpersonal kind of manifestations.
Rather than thinking about making dancerly kind of phrase material and bringing that in and teaching that to my dancers, we have spent more time in this project thinking about constructing a situation where two bodies or one body and several bodies are sort of somewhat against or opposed to one another.
LBJ had a great storytelling aspect to him. He loved telling stories, and we were interested in exploring that sort of folksy side to him. We sampled the recordings of him telling stories, and I would literally create a melody based on his introduction to every story. So it was both melodies and his words became the sort of collage and sort of a multi-layered musical composition.
I tell you another New York story. Tell you another New York story. Tell you another New York story. Tell you.
Just so astonishing and revealing of the man, but also revealing of the kind of humanity of the whole thing.
I remember in particular one rehearsal that I went to, and I said, hey, what if we use chairs as the entire set? A bunch of chairs that are the backdrop for this whole thing, because they could represent sit-ins, they could represent Congress, they could represent a community coming together. Everybody's voice on stage at once.
From the very beginning, it poses an idea that politics is not that boring or that dry, that it is in itself a dance. LBJ was surprisingly very skilled at dancing at very different conversation or situation, the same way that dancers are manipulating their bodies, each other's bodies. And so seeing a duet of two people shaping each other, juxtaposing that with a phone conversation of president and a senator, suddenly you realize, oh, dancing is happening on both layers.
We've got so many layers going on with video, with the installation, with the text and the sound. It was really important to us that this refer to contemporary politics and the political situation of stalemate. I just realized that we really needed to go there. We really needed to go to that very dynamic, very anxious, agitated, chaotic space.